What's up, y'all? My name is Joel Credo, and I'm a first-year teacher at Community R6. And the reason I'm making this video and the videos in the future is because I just want to share the lessons and principles that I've learned in my short time in the classroom. And so principle number one for me is one I learned long before I ever stepped in a classroom. And in fact, it's a huge reason of why I became a teacher, and that's speak life. And so I'll never forget, it's my freshman year of high school. There's a kid in my class, kid I've gone to school with for a few years, and his name's John. And John's the kind of kid who sits in the back of class, doesn't do any work, doesn't smell too good, does things to try to get attention, but it's usually at the expense of making fun of someone or doing something that gets him in trouble. He's typically an ISS, he's typically getting detention, and sometimes there's days in a row where he doesn't even come to school. And I'll never forget, I'm walking into my class and I can see John out of my peripheral vision, and he's walking up to me, and I'm thinking, we're either about to go fist to fist or he's gonna stun me. And so I'll never forget, he comes up to me and he looks me in my eyes. He says, "Do you have a brother named Jared?" I said, "Yeah." And he said, is he a firefighter? I said, "Yeah, he's a local volunteer on the fire department. He's been doing it for a few years." He says, "Can you tell him that John says thank you?" I said, what do you mean by that?" And he says, "Last night my dad OD'd on heroin, and your brother was the first one to respond. He performed CPR. He saved my dad's life." And I said, yeah, I'll tell him thank you for you, John." And as years go on, every day I think of that conversation I had in that science classroom with John, and I think, Joel, why didn't you hug him? Joel, why didn't you tell him that everything was going to be okay? Joel, why didn't you look out for this kid? Why didn't you start bringing him something to eat every day, or snacks, or just have conversation with him every day? Why didn't you do that? And so every day I come to school as a teacher, I think to myself, I don't know what that kid's going through. I don't know what that kid's gone through. I don't know, and I don't care. I'm not going to treat him any different. I'm going to tell him that, yes, you may have something going on. That doesn't mean I'm going to stop caring about you. That doesn't mean I'm not going to hold you accountable. That doesn't mean I don't want what's best for you. That means I don't want you to not live your best life possible. When you walk into my class, you're going to know that Mr. Credo cares about me, and he's going to do everything in his power looking out for me and to help me reach my best me. And as teachers, I think that sometimes we forget how important our role is to some students. It's not just teaching them X's and O's and algebra and chemistry. Sometimes it's being the one person that cares about them. And so principle number one that I have, that I've learned this year, that I learned long before this year, and it's speak life. Be that someone who cares. You get to see them every day. You get them and you see them for 8 hours a day, whether they're in your class or in the hallway. You get to see them. Are you interacting with them? Are you telling them that you care about them? Sometimes it's holding them accountable. Sometimes it's showing them what grace looks like and giving them a second chance, and a third, and a fourth, and a fifth, and a sixth. And so as I close this video, I just want to share that principle once again. Speak life. I don't care how they act. Some of them are only acting that way because that's all they've known their entire life. That's what they go home to every day. Speak something different to them. Speak life.